Okay, I'm ready.
Hey guys, here we are. This is Bashak.
Hey guys, this is Kate. We are here.
For exchanging ideas, learning, and empowerment. Welcome back, Kate.
Welcome to you too. So, what is significant happened to you this week? Anything to share?
Um, Not about something happened, but an awareness about something this week that really kicked in for me. I am at the last couple of days of maybe a week and a half of my Turkey journey. I'm
Mhm.
going back to United States, to New York soon. And I just realized I've been here for 4 months, the whole summer. And until there's a limited time right at the end, I realize how valuable time is. I'm trying to be so conscious of the moments and have real full experiences and really be aware of what's happening just because, only because my time is limited here now.
Yes.
So think about that for life.
Yes, that's such a good thought and awareness. And it reminds me, I really get irritated when a certain person I know always says, I'm just going to kill some time while I do this. I say, don't kill time. It's limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good
So
awareness.
that's the highlight of my week, I think, having that awareness.
Yep.
How about you?
Mine was related to, remember we did we chatted about dreams a couple times
Mhm.
ago. So I have not had a dream where someone who has died has come back to speak to me, like many people do. I've never had. But just the other night, um, a coach of ice hockey, my ice hockey coach from high school, who I never felt as if I had said thank you to enough because he was so kind to me. And he used to write me every year on my birthday for my entire 20s. And in my 20s, I was just unaware and I never reached out to him to ever say thank you. He was so wonderful. And I met him on a bridge in my dream and he gave me a high five and I said thank you to him.
Oh, I got chills. What a beautiful dream.
It was amazing. It was, it was just really, it was, yeah, it was great.
So did you take an action around that dream?
I haven't yet, no, but I was thinking, I don't know if his children are alive. I never knew them, but I feel like I wanted to reach out to his family just to tell them how much I
Yeah.
appreciated him. Yeah.
That's
So,
a beautiful idea to put it in, yeah,
yeah,
in this life. I
yeah,
love that. Love
yeah,
that. Great, great, great. Again,
yeah,
another awareness, right? How many people that comes in and out of our lives that become our guides,
yeah,
and that do we really do enough to acknowledge them?
yep, yep, and say thank you. It's a great
Thank you.
reminder. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our topic
Um,
today, what is it, Bashak? Tell me.
topic is to be unstoppable.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I just think about how much, what does that mean? Just we use that also another overused term, right? Be unstoppable.
Mhm.
Um, but what does that really mean? Who's stopping us? Why are we stopping? What is this about? How can we be not stopping? Like,
Yeah.
what do you think about this subject?
Well, actually, when you first brought it up, I sort of went to the idea about how the entire world, this universe that we live in, is never still, right? It's always moving. So down from the molecules are always moving around to the universe itself is expanding continuously. So I just thought, okay, the world in which we live is unstoppable. It's always going, right? So how do I fit in that? Am I not part of this world? Yes, I am. And so I need to continue to grow, to expand, to move, and it was just a really good reminder about not giving up. It's sort of coming back to a little bit of that other topic that we had about not giving up. Um,
Right.
yeah,
I have a really good quote here. I love what you said, by the way. That totally resonates with me before we talk about the quote. Because I think the idea of just stopping and not having the ability to move forward in anything in life is, I guess, the fear of losing the status quo. However, sometimes it is actually not beneficial. It's even detriment to our well-being, but it's what we know. So not knowing an outcome usually, I think, stops us from taking an action. But listen to what Churchill is saying.
Okay.
He said, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Well, he was an amazing person. So, yes. So even when you fall flat down on your face, it's that whole thing, dust yourself off and get on up and keep moving and keep going and keep trying. Those things that,
Isn't
we
that
feel like,
amazing? Like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, being unstoppable is not about never failing,
yes,
right?
yeah,
Because then what would you accomplish if you never fail? Why would you have any desire to do anything if everything is already working every time, right?
right,
There's
right,
no opportunity to learn or grow or anything,
yeah,
but it's really not quitting.
yes, yeah. Yeah, there's some line up there with what you were talking about, the, coming up against like a time frame too, because almost stumbling sort of gives you a sense of time, like I've hit something, I fell, and I didn't accomplish it, and so sort of things stopped moving. And in order to keep developing, you have to move on. Otherwise, you just get stuck in that one spot. And
Yeah.
and that relates to, if you bring it back to like yoga therapy or the physical aspect, you have in physically you have to keep moving to be alive, right? Like,
Say movement is medicine, right?
exactly, you have that sore back, and people used to say, oh, just lie down in your bed and rest. Now they say, no, no, no,
Move.
gentle movements, move. And it's real, it's true, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
because growth and change or healing, let's say, doesn't happen in comfort zones either,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Discomfort is almost a training ground for our bodies, for our minds.
yeah.
And the people who achieve greatness, they are not like only just because they are so lucky, right? They really work hard at sometimes things like, I mean, we've been watching a lot of tennis this summer, of course, like every
Yes,
summer.
yes.
Um, and I love some of the stories of these great tennis players. We learned about Sinner coming from a really poor family, or we learned about Djokovic, his father having to borrow money from these, really not good people in order to support his journey. So,
Oh,
it's not that,
Tiafo, Tiafo too?
what is that?
Tiafo,
Uh-huh.
I think his father was like a janitor at a like a sports facility or school. I'm not getting the story straight, but many people know. And they were oftentimes sleeping, I think, at the school because they had so little money. But then they were there and they had access to the courts, and he and his brother played. And then, I mean, his story is amazing. Excuse me for getting his story possibly wrong, but people should check it out because his story is really amazing as well. Yeah,
Yeah, so then it gives you the idea that, success doesn't happen to people who have the money, who have the resources, who are lucky. Like, no, I mean, there's more than that. There's so many examples of people really against all odds creating success. Robert Redford just died, right?
I
I mean,
know.
he's one of my childhood heroes before our time, but such a wonderful, wonderful actor and right
Yeah.
human being, also with all the causes that he supports.
Yeah.
And, I just found out that he actually comes from also a very poor family.
Yeah.
And again, against all odds, he decided to become an artist.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Like it tells you that whatever that is within you, right? We all have this beautiful, special originality or talent or something that we have as a gift to give, to serve, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But if there is no, I feel, discipline in the mind or motivation, it's like almost like these two things: mind discipline, heart motivation.
Right.
those things don't become really fully expressed. And then you get stopped to
Yes,
maybe conform to what you think you should or you could do
right.
in life. What do you
Right.
think?
Or it makes me think that people also stop because they haven't really thought about what that thing is that they love. Like they, we all grow up, we all have to support our families, work, and you sometimes have to do things maybe that is not what you love to do. But even so, during all that, if you could keep focusing inwards and asking yourself, what is it that I really love to do? Like maybe it's sailing, maybe that's your passion. So then maybe you go teach young people how to sail. Like there's so much that we can do in this world, and I feel that there's more and more isolation because of all the things online that we're doing, that people are not, interacting, particularly as people get older and aging. I just think that oftentimes people just feel like, okay, I'm done with the world, they don't need me anymore. But no, we
No.
all need to participate. We all need to keep going. We all need to keep helping each other and giving and sacrificing and enjoying all these things. So
Yeah, I
anyway,
mean,
blah,
it's
blah,
just
blah.
that show up, right? Even when it's uncomfortable, when it is unpleasant, when it's boring, when it's, whatever, just to show up, having that mental toughness almost to show up for what puts you in your path, have you continue to evolve in your path in finding, again, to me, that again, Dharma conversation, right? Finding your
Right.
purpose in
Yes.
life. And then, but the next step is, of course, to detaching from the outcomes and really
That's the harder
attaching to the
part.
process,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Like detach from outcome, but attach to the process,
Right.
daily, every day. Not because sometimes we think also success comes with just one big win, right? Like you have to
Yeah.
do something so dramatic, huge
Yeah.
success. No,
Right.
not necessarily. I mean, can it happen like that? Hopefully some people have that, but even those people, I feel that, I always love this, in interviews, you see that they say, oh, you were an overnight success. No, the person says, I've been working at this for years.
Absolutely. Particularly with actors,
Yes.
actors who have been working so long and then they get hit the big time, and people are like, oh, we didn't even know you existed because I was working in tiny places for,
Right, in
10 years.
off Broadway on theater, I was working. All of a sudden,
Yes.
I did this one show and I became,
Yeah.
famous, something like
Household
that,
name.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, there's always fear that comes up,
Fear
right?
comes up. And I get a sense of maybe depression or feeling down when you feel like you're not, quote unquote, accomplishing something, in the time frame that you have set for yourself. So that's when it gets difficult, I think.
That's
Yeah.
a good point too. Yeah, like it happens, I think, around the age of 30 to most people. Like because I hear this a lot. By the time I'm 30, I'm supposed to be this, and this, and that.
Yes. Yes.
But according to whom?
I
And
know.
that does it really allow you to fully embrace and understand and learn yourself? Or is it just some, again, societal or familial conditioning that tells you this is how you should feel or where you should be? And is
Right.
that going to make you happy?
Right. So the
I guess
important
we need to ask more questions.
Right, you need this sort of self-study that we talk about in yoga. You need to ask yourself those questions and also surround yourself with people whose opinions you respect or perhaps how they approach their life that you
So
respect.
important.
So important. Yeah.
Yeah. And also cut the distractions, the noise, right? Because there's so much negativity, so much noise around you that tells you you can't because they couldn't, or it's their experience.
Mhm.
Not to make somebody else's experience your experience.
Right, right. So what do you do?
Yeah, I mean,
What do you do when, if you feel like you sort of frustrated, like if there's a day that comes and you feel frustrated or you're not maybe working on a project that you should be
yeah.
working on, you know, what
I
do you
feel
do?
that frustration is a sign of, not taking care of yourself. I feel that when you are frustrated because you didn't really, either you are tired or you are not giving yourself enough time or nourishment, right? I think those are the reasons where you get frustrated. So when I get frustrated, I take a break. I actually literally allow but that's another thing. Give myself permission and not feel bad about it,
Yeah.
that I'm taking a break.
Yeah. I love that.
Because
Yeah.
pushing through, you are not going to build this emotional, mental resilience, right? That's not about that. You want to have the time to really set back, reset in a way,
Yeah.
and then reaffirm in a way, and then go back.
Well, that's, it took me, I agree with you. It took me a long time to learn that because I sort of get anxiety about not finishing whatever I was working on, and then I would realize like, okay, today I'm just not going to be able to do what I had set out to do because this has happened and that has happened. And then actually maybe something nice is happening. I'm going to dinner or something. And rather than like not enjoy the dinner or not take care of those other things because half my brain is still like frustrated and depressed because I'm not doing what I really wanted to do, I just try now to say, be fully present in what I have to take care of, and then I, as you say, then I feel more nourished, and the next day I do twice as much.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
very good.
because I like that.
Mhm.
I think just, start messy.
Start
Just,
messing.
start small, but just start,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I think it's about action.
yeah.
Uh, because, confidence doesn't come at first. Action comes, and then
Yes,
action builds confidence.
yes,
So
yes.
there's a lot of these, sometimes I speak to client students and they say, I don't feel it. Well, where is the feeling coming from?
But wait. When they're feeling like in a pose or
Like, I
something, or
don't feel it. I don't feel like I am going to do this, or I don't feel like I will succeed, or I don't feel, all these, like, I don't feel things because, as we are in the business of feeling, right? More so than thinking, then it also becomes kind of like a nice shield to say, I don't feel it, therefore I don't have to act on it. But feeling doesn't come first. Action comes first. That gives you the feeling. In other words, feeling doesn't come from outside. You have to give the feeling. You have to give the enthusiasm, then and the action to support that,
so
and
do
then you
you
feel it.
and so do you mean that your clients that you're referencing are saying like I don't feel like I'm going to succeed in doing this. I don't.
Therefore, I don't want to do anything.
I feel like it's just not going to happen to me. That kind of
Even
thing.
like, I hear this in relationship conversations. You know, I don't feel the love, okay, with my partner,
Oh,
right? Wow. So who's going to give you the love? You're expecting your partner to give you the love so you can feel it? Wow, news alert. That is a very shaky ground. Because love comes from you first,
yeah,
right? You decide, I'm going to be loving, and then you are lovable,
yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that's another distinction too. So we are stopped, I think, in so many different areas in our lives. First, and we are so good at finding justifications.
Yeah. To stop
But
doing.
rather than, spending energy on that, why don't you spend energy on not being stopped, not being unstoppable?
Yeah, yeah. Wow, it's good. It's good. What about people who well, I guess that's finding Dharma. I was going to say people that don't have a dream that they want to fulfill or, but I think everybody has something, right?
Everybody has a
Something.
unique gift and talent, right? We learn.
Yeah, we just said that.
And but how much you are able to tune in to find that, because it's not always apparent
Yeah.
based on your, where you're brought up, your environment, whatever. Maybe you are not, and maybe you have a voice in you telling, I am a little different than the others
Yeah.
that are around me. I think we always, at some point, we all felt that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that tells you that because we are also very individual, but the society wants you to conform.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we try to conform and then we lose our originality.
Right.
So
Right.
how do we find that balance of getting along, but also not totally give in to the
Right.
societal norms?
Right. Well, sometimes you'd have to take risks, right? We've talked about that too. Like because that voice inside you becomes so strong that you take that risk and maybe go down the path that seems like you're not going to make any money or nothing's going to work
It's
out.
unreasonable.
It's
Yeah.
unreasonable, yeah, but you just know that you can't continue doing what you were doing, and you take that leap. And oftentimes, probably not all the time, but a lot of the time, if you are really following your heart, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think Churchill is talking about. The more you face, the more unstoppable you become.
Will you read the quote one more time? Do you
The
mind?
quote is, let me find it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Yeah. Well, the
Right? How do
enthusiasm
you,
part too, I love.
yeah, how do you stumble from failure to failure? That means you're taking a lot of risks. You're
Yes.
taking a lot of actions.
Yep.
I mean, what a great way of thinking also that tells me somebody who can do that doesn't have a very fragile ego, right? They are not about protecting that facade, that identity.
Yes.
And
Yes.
because the failure would be, oh my God, to that identity, right?
Yes. Yeah. 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 That's a hard one. It's a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To let
I
go.
mean, I think it starts with belief, right? Someone just to believe in yourself
Yeah. Yeah.
or believe in something that inspires you.
Yeah. I think there's also uh, this is related is about we've talked about this before too, about being authentic. Like sometimes it's very scary to be your authentic self, and many of us, um, myself included, feel like you don't really settle into that until you get older, you know? And I
Yeah.
wish I had settled into that when I was younger. I think I maybe faked it, you know, so
Yeah.
maybe I seemed authentic, but I really wasn't there. But maybe that's what you have to do. You have to sort of keep trying to be authentic, you know, and then finally you hit it and you're like, okay, this is who I am.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this whole fake it till you make it. I
Yeah.
mean, partly, yes, but then it has to be grounded again in intention.
Yeah.
I want to become this, so I'm going to act like this, think like this first, and then it will become embodied in me.
Yes.
But again, it's just in my action. I need to act it
Yes.
so that I can become it, just like being an actor. You would know.
Yes. A failed one, a stumbling one. I stumbled from one show to another. Oh wait, so I want to read you this quote. This has been attributed to Einstein. I admittedly I got this from the internet, so he
You
probably
never
didn't.
know.
You never know, right? So double check the sources. But life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Ah, it's so
Right?
true,
Yeah.
right? With the
Yeah.
bicycle, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah. Again, as long as we wait for things from outside to happen, the perfect conditions, I will only act when everything is perfect.
Right.
But then, yeah, you wait a lifetime
Right.
because there's no such thing. Just like you said at the very beginning of this conversation, everything is constantly in motion.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we have to keep our balance, you know, like so if you think about that quote from Einstein, it's about getting on that bike and riding. You have someone gave you the bike or you got the bike, but still as you go, it's a constant thing of measuring.
Negotiating
Yeah,
balance.
yeah, balancing as you go. Like it's not just like you get on and you ride. You
No.
ride constantly changing little shifts that maybe are hardly, you can hardly feel, but you're continually shifting here, shifting there, stumbling here, going off the path a little here, and just trying to get that. You're trying to head down a straight line, but it's never really a straight line, you know? And that's what you have to
Yeah.
become happy with or accepting of, that, you go outside the line, you stumble, you come back, but you keep coming back to it. You keep coming back. That's the unstoppable thing. You keep coming back.
And
I'm
I'm going to
exhausted.
add a caveat to that. And
Yes.
imagine that there's someone at the sidelines
Mhm.
cheering on you while you
Cheering,
are trying to find your balance on that bicycle.
cheering you on, like, yeah.
Yeah, like supportive cheering, right? You can do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's try it this way.
Yeah.
Lean into your side more.
Yes.
How supportive that kind of supportive, touch,
Yes.
how important that is also for all of us.
Right. To trust that,
To trust and have a community or at least people that around you that supports that
Right,
about you.
right. Or even sort of energetically feeling that your decision is supported by the universe, whatever that means for you, you know? I think that,
Well, that's a decision you make, right? That's another thing. We talk that a lot too. When you make a decision, I'm not stopping when I'm on this bicycle.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep going until I can go and I feel good about it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, not to stop. This brings me when people get older and they retire.
mhm.
There's this idea that retirement, maybe this idea is an old idea. It's, I think, changing a lot now with our generation, probably even. People would retire and they would all wait for that retirement so that they can go to a beach town and they can just chill.
Yeah,
What happens to those people? Usually they die very fast.
I know.
Right?
I know.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that healthy lifestyle is great.
Yeah,
you
no, no,
know, Doing the right things, of course, maybe creates longevity in you too. But, you know, I think just not moving or not creating or not, yeah, I mean, that could also hinder your lifespan,
yeah,
your life quality. Or,
yes.
nowadays I think it changed a lot that, like myself and like you, we are creating second careers. We are never stopping.
Right. And I think most people, a lot of people nowadays always are thinking about once they finish their careers or jobs, that what will they do next? You know, what will they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, when I was in corporate world, um, I started realizing, of course, this came with also teaching yoga at the site all the time and learning. I realized that, my work changed so much that I became a mentor more than anything else.
I
And I
know.
started really coach people more. That
Yeah.
was primarily what my day was about, making big picture plans and coaching people.
Wow.
And so it was such a natural extension for me to move from that to what I find more meaningful, to really work with people.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different work, but it's actually, using the qualities or,
Yeah.
you know, abilities that I have.
Yeah, I think about it as like refinement, you know, like we're these big blocks when we first, and then you start to refine and shape. And as you get older and you're more knowledgeable and you're more self-knowledgeable, you refine, refine, refine so that you are really streamlined in what you're doing because you know this so well. And this is the energy and this is the expertise that you're able to give back to the world.
And then you wonder, since everything is unstoppable, what's next?
I know. That is a great question, isn't it? I know. I do love the question, what's next? And it doesn't have to be something new, but what's the next step? Where
Next
can this take
evolution.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where can this take me next? Like, and I most often feel that, and you tell me if you agree with this, or when you meet somebody new, you know, that inspires you because you have sort of kept going doing something, you know, and oftentimes that just sort of clicks you back in like, ah, that's why I'm doing this, because it can be so inspirational to meet somebody on your path that says, oh, well, you could do this, you know, and then you're like, wow, yes, you know, and that to me is, I don't know, just,
And I feel that those moments or those situations are not coincidental,
mm,
because I think they are literally signs from the world, from the universe, from God,
mhm.
to put you on the right path if you were intentional in how you live and work your life. Those are
Yes,
almost like these messengers that put on your path to remind you, right?
yes. Yes,
Almost,
kind of like those cheerleaders. There's a cheerleader that suddenly appears, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's very cool. It's very cool.
exactly. So keep biking, right? Not stop.
Keep biking. I do like biking actually, but it's getting more dangerous on the roads out
Well,
here. You
I'm
have to
not
be
a good
careful.
biker, so
Oh, you're not? Okay,
I'm
well,
not
do
very
something
good at that
else.
at all.
Keep playing tennis. Keep playing tennis, Bashak.
Yeah, keep playing tennis that I can do. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We are almost at the end of our talk. I think we quite exhausted the topic. There's, I'm sure, more to talk about, but
Yeah.
this is what's up so far.
And so what, do you have
Should we
any
say
homework?
good?
Yeah, we say goodbye, but what kind of homework? Do you have any homework for today on this topic?
Um, this is similar to what we discussed last time. where am I being stopped in life?
Yeah.
Where I am not even willing to, go further in life. And further doesn't mean in the essence of achievement,
No.
right? Further might mean also more inward too, not just external. So that's something to explore, I feel. Maybe journaling would be a great thing. Maybe I can start journaling about daily. What am I noticing where I am being stopped?
Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. I'm going to do it more in a
Did I
physical
lose?
way because sometimes the physical manifests it for me. So I've been starting to bike outside for a little bit, just like on the safe streets, but where I am in Connecticut. And it's so freeing to go fast down the hill on the bike, and there's something about that freedom and speed and I don't go very far and I'm not a big bike, but just if I do that like every other day, there's just something that it like resets my brain and my body that then I'll come back and keep going. So that's what I'm going to do. Keep
Just be
biking.
careful, no accidents,
I
please.
know. As I said, I'm going in very safe places. I sort of do a
Your
loop
helmet.
around this. Yes, and a helmet. I do a loop around the neighborhood, which is very mellow and chill, but it has some hills. So there's a bit of, exercise involved. So
Oh,
anyway, yeah, yeah. All right, my
very
friend.
nice.
Thank you and
All right,
continue
my
being
dear. Thank you
unstoppable.
so much for today. Thanks for listening, everyone.
All right. See you next time.
See you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Be unstoppable.